Hello, and welcome to Statistical Methods 2, Summer 2022. My name is John Carrigan, and I'm very excited to be your instructor. Our course will run from May 31st till July 8th, 2022, and is officially listed as an online asynchronous course, which means that we will not have any live classroom sessions that require being present at a specific time. Instead, if you need help or would like to meet with me, that's something we can schedule one-on-one. Many of you have already taken Statistics 1 with me or in a different semester, so this will serve as a continuation of the Stat Methods 1 course. Upon completion of this course, you will be able to understand probability theory, which is the foundation of statistical methods. You will understand the distribution of random variables, better understand correlation and regression, carry out statistical analysis both by hand and by using SPSS, test hypotheses using probability theory. So that's a continuation of using z-scores. We're going to add in t-scores, critical values, p-values, etc. Understand and explain the differences between different techniques and identify the appropriate technique for a given set of variables. That's going to be the main focus of our studies together. And then interpret the outcome of analysis and make a decision based on results. In this course, we will talk a lot about design of experiments, the SPSS package, doing ZT, chi-square, and f-tests, all of which are used in more advanced statistical study, effect size, multiple regression, one- and two-way analysis of variance, or ANOVA, and then post hoc procedures for after we're done analyzing data. This course, we will be using the Newton-Alta platform. In the spring Statistical Methods 1 section, we use Newton-Alta as a solution for independent work. Newton-Alta costs $39.95 for a semester, or you can purchase monthly access for $9.95, which is probably cheaper considering our course is only 6 weeks. In case you're unfamiliar, the Newton-Alta platform has all of your coursework listed in one spot, and when you click on each I have to log back in. When you click on each title, you will be brought to a screen where you can do your instruction, which is usually in the form of videos as well as some text pages. And then after you're done with that, you will be brought to the section where there's actual problems. And the nice thing about Newton Alta is that it will work with you. It will adapt to where you're at with the content. So if you're getting questions wrong, it'll give you some hints and it will work to backfill any gaps you might have in your knowledge. So it might like bring you back down a level to help you understand something you might have gotten wrong before moving you forward. So it's the next best thing to having a teacher in the room with you to help you where you might be confused. So here's just an example. When you get onto a particular topic, you will first have to complete the instructional part, which usually consists of a short video with an example or two. And then, like I said, there's text and key terms and maybe some other written examples and practice questions. That'll all be here for you as the instructional part. And then when you complete the instruction, this is the assignment for the particular objective. These will be questions, either multiple choice or open-ended. And like I said, if you're getting them wrong, it'll level you so that you can redo anything you might have missed coming in before moving ahead. So it's highly adaptive and very user-friendly. The nice thing is with Newton Alta, we will also take our assessments on here, and it has what's called a student review center, which allows you to participate in a review sheet that has an endless number of problems. So when the exams are made by learning outcome, the review center will build a review sheet with problems for every learning outcome. So it's very, very well designed and synced and all those good things. In addition, you will need SPSS. Last semester, we used the Rutgers Virtual Computer Lab, so we will be doing the same thing this semester with that as well. So just be sure to have have that ready. If you're looking at future study in a doctoral program, you might consider purchasing the software. But if that's not on your horizon, or if you'd rather just use the free online one, that's fine too. All right. In an online course, because it's very self-directed, just keep in mind that there's a heavy focus on Um, there's a heavy focus on student-directed learning, where the instructor is a facilitator and more of a guide on the side. I'll always be here and answering messages, but um, it's really up to you to do a lot of the heavy lifting. Each week, our course will run from Tuesday to Monday night, so work will always be due on Monday evenings for this semester. So be sure to plan accordingly. This part just lists some characteristics of successful online learners in an asynchronous course such as this one. You just want to stay motivated, ask questions, apply the content, develop a time management strategy, etc. Keep in mind that this is a 15-week class condensed into 6. So each week would be the equivalent of about 2 to 2.5 times as much work as a regular semester. So just, if you're thinking back to the spring or the fall when you took a statistics class, imagine that workload doubled or more than doubled. So just be sure that you have enough time to devote to this volume of work in such a short amount of time. Academic integrity and ODS. If there's any integrity issues, I do need to address those with you. So we're gonna try not to do that. And then if you have any accommodations or special needs, please be sure to get me the letter, and I'm happy to set that up for you as soon as I can. For grading, just like in the spring, if you took Stat 1 with me, the Alta work will count as 50% of your grade. These are mastery-based assignments, so you can really earn 100 on all of them if you put the time in and work through any mistakes that you might have. Keep in mind that this is a summer session and it's condensed, so there are many more Alta sets each week than there were in the spring. For example, for week 1, if you go under modules in Canvas, I'll provide the usual weekly overview and some formulas that are needed. But these are all the Alta assignments due for week 1. There's quite a few of them. Some of them are really short because they're granular objectives. So it might be just teaching you one formula and going through all of that. But some of them might take a little bit longer. So be sure that you're doing some of these. Maybe pick 3 a day and knock them out that way. In addition, SPSS is required in this course. Each week I will do an SPSS set, not too many questions, and I'll include written directions for you so you can learn how to use SPSS to do these things. So that's all listed here. And every week will be organized that way. I'll also include applications to the field for each week. I'll pull in research studies and examples of where this all fits into your context. Exams, there's a midterm and a final, each worth 20%. They will be administered on Newton Alta, and they will come with the adaptive review sheet. So, that'll be also like the spring. And then the SPSS assignments will be worth 10%, as this is a course requirement, and it will get you ready to use the platform should you need it later on. Grading scheme is listed here. Extra help, of course, please reach out at any time. I will answer you as soon as I can. It's important to ask for help sooner than later before difficulties start to compound. And then our schedule for the 6 weeks together, we will talk about inference for population means first. This will be where we left off in Stat 1. We'll go back over confidence intervals and talk about the difference between Z and T. In the second week, we'll look at inference for 2 population means, which will involve t-tests. So that's where we're going to compare 2 different groups, and we might not know what their population standard deviation is. For the week after, we'll go through proportions. That's a continuation of week 2, but with proportions instead of whole numbers. Our midterm, you will have 4 hours to complete the exam over a 3-day window, June 21st to June 23rd. So you can choose when you do that. For the second half of the week, we will do chi-square tests. That's a little bit of a shorter lesson, so I thought doing those 2 things in the same week would be best. For week 5, that is multiple regression and ANOVA, very popular techniques used in advanced study. Because the module would end on July 4th, that's a holiday, so I made it July 5th. And then our final exam will be 3 hours over the July 6th through July 8th window. So of 4 hours, sorry. So you'll choose a 4-hour time period between July 6th and July 8th. And that's pretty much it. So I wish you the best of luck. Remember, it's a lot of work, so we want to make sure that we're progressing at a steady pace. I will be reaching out as I monitor the work coming in. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email me at any time.